So the ceremony, where is the ceremony happening? Is it all at the same venue? Is it at a church? Is it in the woods somewhere that's 30 minutes away from our reception? Um, all think about that. What time are you telling your guests to arrive versus what time does the ceremony actually start? Okay. My family, we call it Filipino time, and it's like basically even for my own funeral, you're going to have to tell me to get there earlier. Okay. Just kidding. But just kidding, but for real. So anyways, guest arrival time. If I'm still doing bridal party and family photos, this is usually where the second shooter will say, okay, I'm going to go get the ceremony. That way they can go and get any detail shots, ceremony before people start setting all their shit down, any behind the scenes setup stuff for, if the vendors are still doing last minute touches on things. And basically just to kind of get there and scope out our scene and figure out where our best lighting is, because almost always I feel like a ceremony is out full sun, and it almost always feels like the good lighting is like not the direction that we need. But anyways, so yeah, decor, setup, detail shots. Unplugged. So number 4, are you having an unplugged ceremony? Pros and cons. I am all for unplugged. The reason being is when you look back on your photos, if you don't do unplugged and you let people have their cell phones out, that's going to be in your photos. People walk while you're walking down the aisle, you get this in front of their faces instead of oh my god, oh my god, oh, that's your reaction shots. Do you want this, or do you want people being fully present in the moment? Also, I've had people's flashes on their phone totally ruin shots. I have had people step into the aisle while I'm getting the procession, and just recently I had this killer, like my angle was good, my composition was perfect, and I was taking all of the shots leading up to this area, because sometimes they're spotty and shadows that have the good light, so you're waiting for them to enter to a certain portion of the aisleway for the good shit. But somebody stepped into the aisle and blocked my shot with their cell phone because what they needed for their Facebook was more important than what I needed to get to deliver to my bride. Okay. It broke my freaking heart when I was editing these photos. I was so angry. I was so upset because I just like, why? Why would you step into the aisle and block for your one shitty cell phone shot that you're going to do what with? What are you going to do? Post it on Facebook and tag them? No. Get the aisle. Just steer clear. Put your phone down. Be present. Okay, that's my rant. On the other hand, I know some people are like, no, let people document it. Let people do whatever. Okay, I've also shot videos for people where the mother of the bride was literally crossed the aisle during vows to give somebody her camera and teaching them how to use it in the middle of the ceremony. Okay, stay out of the aisles. Stay out of the aisles. Sit down. It's not that long. It is not that serious. Okay. Also, maybe they need to have those bags like they have at the Dave Chappelle, the tapings where you drop them in and then like you can't even like open it until later or whatever. Those would not be a bad idea. Yeah. Also stuff like babies, strollers, wheelchairs. I mean, you can't do anything about that except maybe you can just have people move the strollers out of the way. Anything that's going to be in the shot, because you figure as a photographer, we want to get that wide shot. Like my one shot that I try to get at every single wedding is the bride walking down the aisle from behind with her dad or with her mom or with her brother, and get that behind the shot where everyone's standing and looking at her and she's walking. But I can't do that. And I've had to tackle somebody during tackle, such a harsh word. I have stepped into the aisle to get that shot, and somebody stepped right in front of me, and I had to push her out of the way politely. Like, excuse me. Like, I have seconds to get that shot. Okay. Or my second shooter has seconds to get that shot. And then it's hard because people are walking, things can get out of focus, and stay in your seat, please. Please, 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 please. Okay, that's enough. Procession, recession. If you're going to have anything, I've had people dance down the aisle, let us know. If you have a special handshake planned at the end of the aisle, let us know. If there's anything that's out of the norm, if there's going to be a little kid holding a sign, let us know so that we can make sure we're getting those things, okay? Immediately following the ceremony, that's usually when you want your extended family formals, okay? This is, you can group them together however you need to. What I try to advise is assigning them group numbers so that you're not yelling out people's names. So if you just say, okay, you're going to be in shots 1, 2, and 3, so that way we know, all right, we're on shot 1, 2, and 3, and then you can go. Sometimes it happens this way, sometimes it doesn't. The biggest thing, let people know ahead of time, you're going to be in family photos. Do not leave for cocktail hour until we get these, and then you can go. I try to work very quickly when it comes to extended family formals and keep it as simple as possible because, one, it's usually starting to cut into our sunset time if possible, and then two, I want to get everybody off to cocktail hour to start drinking and eating and partying as fast as possible to keep them happy. I am not that type of person to keep you back and hold you for an hour of photos, okay? I'm like 2 to 3 minutes each grouping. All right, next. Who's on deck? Who's on deck? Who's on deck? Okay, and that's usually either my second shooter or I'll have somebody from the bridal party calling out names and getting everybody to like, okay, group 2, you're up next. Group 3, you're up next. That way they are ready. Okay, in, boom, fix everybody. Da, 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 snap, 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 snap. Okay, you're done. Boom. Okay. I'll tell certain people, you stay here. We're just removing people from this and adding certain people in. Okay. And then that way they can all go eat and drink and be happy.